All right, y'all. Let me get straight right here, real quick. And we can do this post fight analysis. Okay. All right, y'all. What's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another post fight analysis video. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and jump on this one and do it live. I was on my laptop. And I said, yeah, let me go ahead and drop it now. Do this thing live with y'all because I went back and watched the fight again, earlier today. Because, the fight started after midnight last night, right? And I was kind of in and out. I watched it, but I was a little half asleep, while I was watching the fight. So I said, let me go back and watch it again. So yeah, man. Just want to go ahead and do my post fight analysis with y'all live. Claressa Shields versus Brittney Elkin. Hey man, Shields, she was able to get it done in the third round, man. After very scary first round two, against Brittney Elkin. Now I know the majority of the MMA fans, they were picking Brittney Elkin just based off of experience. I usually pick experience, y'all know that, but I'll definitely pick experience over a newbie, going in the octagon. But the things that Brittney Elkin lacked, which were growth in the dog in her, really made me, have to pick Claressa Shields in this fight. I just feel like Brittney Elkin, she lacked the growth. She lacked that dog in many of her fights. And I knew that somebody like Claressa Shields, if Claressa Shields is under pressure, which she's been under pressure before, she was going to go in there and, last. She was going to outlast her. She was going to stay in there and find a way to win. So after, like I said, a rough first round two of being mauled and outworked on the ground, which is what I expected. I expected Brittney Elkin to do that. Shields, she was able to stay in there until that third round and just turn it up, land some big right hands in the third. And that was what I was looking for. With that right hand lands, I knew that Brittney Elkin was going to get that type of reaction. And when she went down, Shields just went in with the ground and pound. Elkin, she could have won the round if she would have recovered, stayed on her bike. If she would have shelled up, did whatever, some, defensive tactics, but she didn't. She just stayed in there, took the shots till Shields just teed off until the referee stepped in and stopped it, So, yeah, man. Of course, I'm going to talk about her performance overall, by the end of this video. But like I said, I expected her to win this fight because that's what level Brittney Elkin is on. I know 12 years of experience, we were all factoring that in, but it all comes down to what you do with it in the octagon. What type of accomplishments have you really done with it? And I think that Brittney Elkin just has trouble rising to the occasion, no matter who the opponent is. And I felt like somebody like Claressa Shields, who has dog in her, still lacks the MMA IQ. She was going to go in there and find some way to win, man. But real quick, let's go back and look at the first round, man. Claressa Shields, she slowly took the center of the octagon, and Elkin was, going on the back foot, getting in that kickboxing posture on the back foot, and she was throwing those high kicks with intensity. Right there, aiming for the face. They were missing, but she was aiming for the face, and that she was using those kicks to kind of keep Shields at bay. She was throwing those kicks up, trying to keep them in the face of Claressa Shields to make sure she kind of respects that range. And she was also establishing the leg kick. She was touching Shields with the leg kick. Still Shields, she was trying to find that range. She was being really cautious. But when she let off a few strikes, what did Elkin do? She shot in, got that takedown, got Claressa to the ground, and this was the position I knew that Elkin would go for. To get Shields on her backside and lock those legs together. And she landed a few strikes in that position, but Shields, she was able to get back up. Elkins took her back down, but Shields winds up on top, which in my opinion, that would have been a good time for her to just scramble and get out of there and go back to standing, which Shields, she didn't. She stayed in that position and let Elkin get her back down. And when she got her back down, Shields was on her back. And right here, this is where I said where Elkin wants her. She wants to be on top. Put Shields on her back, and she was landing some good elbows. So Elkin, she controlled the first round. She controlled it. She got into that top. She got in that top position, full mount, started landing some good ground and pound. And Shields looked lost. I'm not gonna lie, she looked lost in that first round. She did decent at defending. She was continuing to kind of hold on to Elkin's body to avoid the heavy shots. But overall, she was just in a very dominant position, and she looked lost on her back. The second round, Elkin, she started off with some nice leg kicks that I could tell they were doing some damage. Shields, she was kind of reacted to him. She was in that boxer stance. She ate some hard leg kicks, but Shields, she came back, landed a few good overhand rights, and right there, when she started landing them punches, what Elkin's going to go for. So she went for that takedown, She stuffs it, but instead of stepping back, she stays in and tries to get Elkin down herself. So Elkin, she quickly gets Shields down, gets in that side control, transitions to full mount. And once again, she's just doing a good job of smothering and controlling Shields. She's bigger, taller, and she's using it. She's putting that weight on her, keeping her down. And this is what I was talking about, the difference between strength on the feet and on the back. Claressa might be strong on her feet, but this is what Elkin knows. If she can get her on the ground, she's going to put that weight on her and put that lock around her body so she can be defenseless, so she can't really have any type of leverage. So Elkin, she started to work in that right hand and land a few shots. She made a quick transition to an arm bar, which I thought this was about to be it, but Shields was able to escape that. She was able to escape. She finished the round, actually landed some big shots on Elkin, drawing a little bit of blood. And you could tell that the momentum was going towards Shields, but it was still an Elkin round, in my opinion. Last round, though, Shields knew she was down. And, she knew she was starting to build up that momentum that she picked up from the second round. So she opened the round right away with a big right hand, lands it. Elkin does what she's supposed to do. She shoots in for that takedown. This time, Shields, she does a good job of stuffing the takedown. And Shields delivers a big right hand again, and Elkin is hurt. She starts shelling up on the ground. Shields just starts landing that ground and pound. And right here, I was like, oh, man, like, Elkin's just throwing it away. Like, she doesn't even try to, like, shell up. She doesn't try to get back to her feet and just move on her bike. She's just sitting here eating big shots and just letting Claressa continue to put that weight on her and just kind of hold her and land those right hands. And I was like, okay, she's going to let all this go, because if Elkin could have got back up, maybe lost this round, she could have still won the fight. But she just let Shields tee off on her. Shields was letting them unanswered right hands go, so the referee stepped in and he waved it off. So, man, yeah, early on, Elkin did what everybody said she was going to do. She did a good job of that early on of, just welcoming Claressa Shields to the octagon as far as, putting that pressure on her and, exposing the ground game, which we know that Claressa Shields lacks the ground game right now. We know she lacks that. But Shields, she took it. She took that pressure. And that's the reason, again, why I couldn't pick Elkin in this fight. Even with the experience, I felt like once a hungry, strong fighter makes her feel their presence, she's going to lose. She's going to crumble. Elkin, that is. So all she had to do, like I said, was to survive that third round. She bagged the 2 rounds, but she couldn't do it. Man. As for Shields, though, I'm glad she won. I'm definitely glad she won. I picked her to win. Like I said, I picked her by second round TKO because I knew that if she was able to land something big and get a reaction out of Elkin was going to fold, just like she did in the Kayla Harrison fight. That's why I was really, really confident in maybe like a second or maybe just like an ugly decision where she starts landing big shots. But she got it done in 3, man. I'm glad she won. But the level of competition from here, it's just going to be hella tough, man. She was able to escape this level, but let's be honest, the rest of the PFL roster, they're not going to be pushovers, especially the ladies in the tournament. There's still a lot of work on the ground for Shields to get in before she can really enter with these real heavy lightweights, like Larissa Pacheco, another heavy-handed fighter. She has a mixture of solid power punches and a ground game. Caitlin Young, all around, solid striker, kicks, punches, so many things that, Claressa Shields is going to have to be, thinking on the fly about. And I don't think she's ready for that. I know the boxing fans, they're happy, of course, which, like I said, I'm happy she won. But the boxing fans, they have to understand that there's levels to this. We talk about levels in boxing, but y'all boxing fans, y'all got to understand that there's many, many levels to the game of MMA. The sport of MMA is not a joke, so just so y'all know, names like Chris Cyborg and Nunes are miles away. Like, they'll probably retire. They will probably retire before Claressa Shields is actually even halfway decent to compete with them. Like, Claressa Shields will probably be able to compete with somebody like Kayla Harrison in a few years, but by then, ladies like Amanda Nunes will be gone and Chris Cyborg will be gone. But I like the dog and the fact that Shields, she never quit. She wanted to challenge herself, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And in my opinion, from here, I think Claressa should probably take maybe a year away from this to see if this is something she really wants to do, and maybe just like take that year off of hard training, a year and some change away. Just continue to, build her boxing career, continue to box, But when it comes to MMA, now that she got this fight out of the way and, you know, she kind of broke that ice, understand that the fights are just going to be tougher from here because nobody else in the PFL is going to lay down like Brittney Elkin. You know, it's just going to get crazy from here. So I think a year away would be good of just constant work and you know, trying to you know, get with the best jiu-jitsu teachers and try to go into those underground grappling circuits. You know, just try to do that. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got on this, guys. Like I said, I just want to come through and do this live post-fight analysis, y'all, on the fly. I got done watching it again, like I said, and shout out to Claressa. You know, shout out to Claressa for going in there and, you know, proving the doubters wrong. You know, proving them wrong. But from here, it's just going to get tougher and tougher. You know, I don't see her pulling out wins over any of the lightweights here like she did last night. And I don't see her beating any of the top Bellator ladies either. You know, if any of those Bellator ladies decided to move up from featherweight to lightweight, you know. So, yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section. I'll probably get back on here in like an hour or so on a live. Then we'll talk there. I just had to do this one on the fly right here while I was at the laptop. But let me know, guys, what y'all thought of the fight. Do you think Claressa Shields needs to take a year away to actually get her grind, step her game up? Let me know, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Subscribe. Peace.